What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. All men will be rejected by some woman. All men. And I don't care who you are. I don't care what you got going on for you. You know what? You could be consensuously handsome. Shoot, had modeling contracts and everything. Be over 6'2". Be real muscular, could do body game videos and show people and stuff. Be that top dresser. Have a mouthpiece like a man. Shoot, have money, be making 6-7 figures. Somebody gonna reject you. That's just life, man. Cause look, rejection is just a part of life. Now some dudes get rejected a lot. Those are the ones who need to be working on something. Some dudes get rejected by every now and then because they got a lot going for them, but they still going to get rejected. Rejection is a part of life, it's a part of the game. I've talked about that before, but I wanted to talk about that because, yesterday I was talking about guys, that height obsession being ridiculous. And a lot of guys thinking they getting rejected because of their height. A woman surprised, and I had a couple commenters say something, like a woman might say that, it might be something else. They just using the height as an easy out. But it could always be something. Because you got there was a lot of dudes who said they were over 6 feet, saying they were getting rejected. You can be rejected for anything. And not just your physicality. See, I don't know why some guys thinking women just look at just a man's looks. Yeah, they paying attention, but they pay attention to everything. A woman will reject you for your pair of shoes, just like a woman will suck your dick off of a pair of shoes. They'll reject you off your pair of shoes. They'll reject you because they don't like your voice tone. Seriously, it's so much. You could say the wrong thing. You got women out here rejecting you because they don't like who you voted for in the past election. That's how deep that shit is. It could be 1,000 things. The fact of the matter is you're going to get rejected. Now, there's 2 ways you can handle it. See, the first way, a lot of dudes, they get rejected. They lose their mind. They ready to go to therapy and stuff, getting evil and everything, especially if they get rejected a lot. But here's the thing. If you're getting rejected a lot, that means you got some stuff you got to work on. I even talked about that in my book, Nice Guys and Players. You getting rejected and stuff, those are learning experiences. And you got to learn to the point that you don't get rejected. Like, I'm going to give you an example. When I was at American University, there was a women basketball player there, right? And no matter what she did, I remember her sophomore year, no matter what she did, the coach didn't give her any playing time, right? I don't know if she wanted her name called, but the coach didn't give her, no matter what she did, she can go out there for 2 minutes, in 2 minutes get like 3 rebounds, a block shot, a basket, dive for a loose ball, take a charge, and the coach would still take her out. It was becoming like a real scandal. And I remember I saw her in the gym shooting free throws by herself, and I said, yeah, it's kind of messed up. What the coach is doing there. And I never forget what she said to me. It stuck with me. She said, I'm going to make it so they can't take me out. So sophomore year, she having that trouble. Senior year, she was all league. Because she didn't, she was getting those rejections being taken out the game, but she didn't let that get to her. The lesson there is if you're getting rejected a whole lot, you can't lose sleep over. You gotta work. That's telling you some shit you gotta work on. Now, if you one of those dudes get all the women, but then you get a few that reject you, you can't let that get to you either. Because, like I said with my book, Nice Guys and Players, I've said this a couple times. I had a lot of players who bought the book. A lot of players. Because I said on the back of it, I said, can you get every woman except the one you actually want? These guys were getting every woman except the one they actually wanted. And everything. So they were getting rejected. But here's the thing you learn with that. It was like, okay, there's just some women that she ain't feeling. But there's only really one thing you can do with any rejection. She just don't want you. You don't know why she don't want you. Like yesterday, I mentioned this young lady who was very physically attractive. Very physically attractive. She could easily make money as a model. If she were just to like fix up a little bit, but they ain't how she rolling. And guys going for her like crazy, but you know, she engaged to this other equally very attractive young lady. Engaged. I don't know if they got married. They can be on and off sometime, but both of them like stand out beautiful. But neither one of them like men. Like if a woman reject you, you can't lose sleep over it. You can just laugh. That's why you get some players, and they might not look like all that. They might not look like they can get a modeling contract. May not look like they get involved in body game, but they don't give a fuck. Shoot, they don't give a fuck. Shoot, Master Teacher BGS, he talked about a buddy of his. Play it like a champ. And he said the dude wasn't all that. But that dude would just holler at women. They reject him, he just say, okay, next. And that's how you gotta be. You can't be worried about like a woman rejecting you. It's going to happen. I don't care who you are. In fact, there was one very popular YouTube commenter. Went very popular and stuff. I ain't gonna call his name. You know I don't call names on here and stuff, right? Because people take stuff the wrong way. But this dude, and he said certain groups of women ain't feeling him. He actually had a viral video talking about that. Certain groups of women ain't feeling him. Look, here's the thing. I don't care. You got 4 billion women in the world. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like. Somebody ain't gonna like you. I don't even care if you call yourself a Chad or Tyrone. Somebody ain't feeling you. I don't care who you are. And that's okay. That's okay. That's why I talk about tribe. You're not wasting time dealing with a woman who's rejected. If she reject you, first of all, you can't take it personally. It could be personal. It could be she just don't like something about you. Okay, fine. You walk away. You don't worry about it. Because you don't know, if she ain't feeling you, what good is she going to do for you? What good? Where y'all going to go? What y'all going to do if she ain't feeling you? The time you spend down trying to win that woman over or worried about that woman, you could be spending time with some women who actually checking you out. And I've seen that happen a lot of times. I remember this social circle I was dealing with. And had this dude, he checking out this one woman. He checking her out hard, but her friend checking him out hard. All he had to do was sit back and chill. And he worried about women not checking him out, but then this woman who I would label fuckable. I don't do that. I don't really personally do that like 1 to 10 thing. They either fuckable or not fuckable. Right? I would label her fuckable. Was checking him out hard. Was like, that dude fine. Was going crazy over him and everything. And that's the whole thing. It's like somebody ain't gonna like you. All you have to do is figure out, okay, you should learn, okay, this type of woman reject you, but this type of woman don't. That's why I talk about tribes. Y'all, the tribe is just the women who naturally like you. Now I figured out the women who naturally like me. I figured them out. And they all have a general same thing. I would say that sexy librarian type. And that's cool. That's cool. But if they one of those women who, got all that on some ratchet shit, they ain't feeling me. And, if they working class, depending on the situation, they might check me out. But if I try to take it further, they like, It's usually like those professional types. And even then, it depends on what I have on or what's the situation they encountering. Because one thing you got to figure out, if you being rejected, you got to think, okay, where am I being rejected at? Which women are rejecting me? and then figure out which women will get you. Like, even in a situation, like say you're in a room full of 100 women, 97 of them reject you. Okay, figure out what's the 3 guy. But see, you know, a lot of dudes, they worried about that. It's like, man, you can't take that personally. Like I said, you don't know. Yeah, it could be you. It could be some with the women. Like the 2 attractive women I mentioned who are engaged. Very attractive. Like, they stand out. Both of them stand out. Both of them stand out. But neither one of them checking for men. Neither one of them checking for men. And I knew another woman like that. Well, she was lesbian. She actually married a guy. But even then, at the time, she wasn't checking for him. She actually said we want a job. This dude was trying to holler at her anyway. She was like, Ron, get your boy. I was like, shit, damn. Oh, man. But you don't know why. Even it could be like time of day. Could be, you don't know. She might have had a death in her family. You know, you don't know what's going on. She might have a man. I remember one time I was in like one of those department stores and stuff. I saw this woman real fine. I was about to step to her, but something told me to hold up. And then around the corner came her husband and 3 kids. Now, she would have rejected me, especially in that situation. And depending on how I came on and what he might have saw, might have been fighting there. Like, you don't know the situation. You don't know. And it's like, you can't take it personally. You don't know what's going on, why that woman is rejecting you. You don't worry about it. You focus on fixing yourself up and focus on the women who showing you some love. You know? And like I'm going to say again, if you getting rejected a whole lot instead of crying about it, and yeah, I'm going to use the word crying about it. You put yourself in a position where they can't reject you as easily. That's when you improve yourself. And if you getting rejected with every woman, well, first of all, if you getting rejected by a lot of women, how many women have you came across in that day? If you got rejected by every single woman, like every single woman, like you didn't know which ones was probably like checking you out, shooting their shot, throwing some choosing signals or something, and you focus on this other woman instead of just paying attention. Shoot, or even some woman who like, she hanging around you, letting you know what's up. I can think of a couple women like that. They want a brother hard. I just wasn't feeling it. But still, could've. So, you know, it's different. You gotta like ask yourself, okay, what is it? What is it about me? What is it I gotta do? You know? But the fact of the matter is, you're gonna get rejected. It's just a part of life. Hell, actually, rejections make it easy for you to find the right one. Because if a certain people, like, all right, I use the example of ratchet women. I don't even bother. Ain't attracted to them anyway, but I could care less. They ain't checking for me. So it's like, why waste time? There's a certain type checking for me. So I already know who to shoot the shot at, who not, who to pay attention to, who not, what circumstances, and, who not. And indeed, even when I would get rejected, what did I do? And that's how you got to be with it. But it's going to happen. It's even then, I don't care. And like I said, because you got some dudes worried about their height, thinking they being rejected for that. First of all, if a woman reject you for that, okay. She don't want you, okay. Next. And shoot, and like I said earlier, you get some women there, and I've said this, I did a whole couple videos on this. A woman can think you handsome, think you all that, and still reject you because you look better than her. Like I said, a lot of women don't want a man better than them. You get some men, they want a little bit of, they will actually say it. They want a little ugly in some guys. They've been saying that. Just a little. I've met some women, I've known some fine-ass women say they like a little gut on a guy. You know, whatever. See, one thing about all these women, they all want something different. It's just an issue if they want you. Now, if they don't want you, they just don't want you. You don't lose sleep over it. In fact, you laugh about it. You just say, okay. You know, but see, some guys, they get entitled. You know, the woman reject them and stuff, and they thinking about it for years and stuff. Years, decades and everything. Like, there's plenty of guys out there that still thinking about some woman that rejected them in high school. I'm like, whatever. Okay, she rejected you, now what? That woman you don't know what was going on with her. You know? And even if she reject you, okay, she rejected you. Next. Because if a woman reject you, think about, instead of focusing on the women who reject you, keep your mind focused on the women who wanted you and what you did to get them and what it was about those women that they wanted you. They wanted you. You know, don't worry about the women who reject you. Like I said, you don't know what's going on with them. You know? You don't know. You don't know what's going on with them that day, who they might have, who might have a husband right around the corner. You know? In fact, they might see, you know, you might see a woman on the street. You say, nah, I'm going to holler at her. And her husband like hanging back just to see what the woman will do. And there's been some dudes shot behind that. Y'all remember that basketball player way back in the day, Len Bias? You know, there was a big deal over him dying over an overdose. His brother got killed for hollering at some woman at this store. It was in PG Plaza. I'd never forget that. So, you know, if a woman tell you no or not showing any interest, you just be like, okay, you have a nice day now. Even if she lying or you feel like she lying about something, you don't get mad or anything like that. If she don't want you, she don't want you. I remember my cousin, rest her soul. Guys, I mean, if she was alive now, I would just say she could just be on IG. She could just be on IG when you had to put on a swimsuit or anything. You could put on regular clothes and guys would be following her, right? So guys would try to holler at her. She'd be like, no, you know, when she wouldn't feel them. But then they'd say, well, I ain't want to talk to you anyway. My cousin would jump on their ass. She'd be like, well, why the fuck you say something to me then? You shouldn't have said anything. Oh, she'd get on. I used to be laughing like a mug. Shit. I used to be laughing like a motherfucker. Oh, man. It was like, if a woman reject you, you just wish her, like, you try to holler, you shoot your shot, she just say she ain't interested. You say, well, okay, well, you're very beautiful, but you have a nice day, though, or, you know. If she say she got a man, just say, yeah, you're a lucky dude. Yeah, you have a good day, you know. Or even if she don't say a word to you, like I said, you don't know what's going on with her. You just walk on. I don't care who you are. Because you got some guys up here, they thinking, I don't know why they think they can get some plastic surgery, or, you know, since I was talking about height yesterday, some dudes think they can extend their height. There's still going to be a woman that reject you. And invariably, it's going to be a woman that wants you. You don't worry about that shit. Yeah, even if you get more attention. Okay, what's more attention? You still getting the women? And then if say you get more attention, get with them. You still with the woman? Because here's the thing. A woman can reject you for 1,000. She can reject you on physical. She ain't liking that. She ain't liking what you have. You might open your mouth and say something. She don't like that. Every single woman got a cutoff point with every single man, with a man she meet. Every single woman. I don't care who it is. You know? For one woman, it could be the dude he ain't fit. He got a little bit of a belly. For another woman, it's because he didn't have a belly. I remember when I was, 20 pounds heavier than what I am right now. 20 pounds heavier. Dealing with this one woman, she said, she was good with me. But she said, I'm going to put on 40 pounds on you. Every woman got something different. You might not be that or want to be that. And she's probably doing you a favor. So I want y'all to think about that, all right? I want y'all to think about that. Don't worry about it. Everybody going to get rejected. You don't lose sleep over it. It just is what it is. It's a part of life. Everybody's going to get rejected, you know. And you just got to go on and just do your thing. You got to just live your life. You know, you can't worry about it. You can't lose sleep over it. I don't give a shit who you are, what you about. Somebody gonna reject you. Now you can get mad over it, or you can just say, you know what, it is what it is. Keep going. Just smile about it. Don't get mad at the woman, because like I said, you don't know what her situation is. So anyway, pull it back here. Go ahead, get something to eat and everything. So anyway, y'all, I'll get back with y'all. But remember, don't lose sleep over rejection. It is what it is. Everybody's gonna get rejected, all right? Just either learn from it or laugh about it, okay? That's basically it. Or do both, really. So anyway, I get back with y'all. Peace.